Now here is something to help you pursue in your art career. Patternary style, no-line art, tonal drawing, and lost and found edges. Now what does this all mean? Well, it all means the same thing. It's just worded differently. It's about creating art that uses no outlines. That's right. Like a comic book. A comic book uses very strong outlines, where impressionistic paintings are shapes made with color, where there is no outlines whatsoever. So just imagine trying to draw a building or paint a building, and you are told not to paint any outlines. Now that would certainly be a challenge. But anyway, welcome to Coral Kiwi Arts. My name is Darren, and thank you for watching. There are three famous art styles that often avoid outlines. Number one, Impressionism, where the artist in this style paints impressions of light and color rather than line. Number two, Tonalism. The style was focused on values of dark and light tones rather than line. And number three, color field painting, where the artist creates shapes with large areas of color to avoid line. Here are some examples that I'd love to show you of some work that I did back in high school many years ago. A robe. As you can see, there are no lines whatsoever, no outlines. All created with dark and light tones, giving the value of light and shading. In the real world, there are no lines whatsoever. So we've got the habit of drawing lines, and it's so easy to do, and it's so quick. But by shading something to give the impression that there is a line there, really puts your art skills to the test, because it's something that really needs to be worked on, especially if you've not done this sort of work before. And I love it. And here's a colored one here. I'm not sure how old I was, probably 16 or 17 years of age when I did these. It's still life. So if it's something you haven't done, I recommend you should do it, and maybe recommend it to your art teacher, or even show them this video, because it is a good lesson or a good subject to learn about, and I certainly recommend it. Is to do it in small brush strokes. Always stand back, look at your subject, don't look at the detail, just focus on the shapes and the shadows and the light, and then stand back and look at it. It takes a while to master, but in time you'll get there. So I'm just trying to draw a lily, a yellow lily, like the ones in the famous paintings, lily paintings by Claude Monet, and those are painted by little brush strokes. There's no edges whatsoever. And I'll put a bit of white there to represent the flower in the middle. Put a bit of shadow underneath it. And some water. Let's put some water on here. Now, similar to a TV, when you look at a TV up close, you see it's all made up of pixels, and when you stand back, you get to see the whole picture. And there's no line work whatsoever. It's all made up of little dots or little lines, but Claude Monet he paints with very small brush strokes, and it doesn't really matter what size paintbrush you paint with. It's always done with small. Now that's Impressionism. Now Tonalism, or tonal drawing, is where you get different shades of color. So I'm going to just use grey so you get a general idea. So this is a grey area here. And you can do this, of course, with your charcoal pencils, pastels, and whatever. And I'm going to use the same colour again, but I'm going to water it down. My cat is trying to get birds through the window. It's virtually impossible, but it's funny. Now, I'm using a different shade of grey here. And then let's water that down again. And I'll do one on this side. No, I'll do it here. So I have different values in light and shadow. This is a dark area here, this is lighter, and this is lighter again. So you're bringing your shadows together, connecting them to create a line by connecting the edges together. But it is painted generally in one color. So, for example, a pencil. If I use a pencil, let's quickly do this. I think a pencil does a better job. I don't have any pastels. So here we've got one neutral color. We'll say that is the edge of a table. Now there's no outlines to this whatsoever. Now I'm going to make the picture a bit bigger. That's better. So I'm going to do a very light line there. This is the shadow. And here we have two tones, light and dark. This is the shadow part, and this is another part here which is a lot lighter. And I can play around with it. I can maybe, if I wanted to, I can make this darker through here, like so. And maybe make it darker through here. And if I a shadow through there, make this one a bit darker. Lighten that a bit more on the edge here. Okay, now I'm using the whiteness of the paper and this grey part here. So it looks like there's an outline. It's not, it's an edge of my pencil. So you can draw a picture without using outlines. When I mean outlines, I mean if you are painting say a tree, like so. Let's make it more green. Let's give it a trunk. And the shadow under that is the grey part of the tree. And then we'll add some shadow parts over here, making the light come from the right hand side. Okay, so here's a tree. It's painted with no lines whatsoever. So if this was going to be a bit of illustration, I would paint a line around it. And this will explain what I mean. So now I'm drawing a line around my subject. Almost similar to a cartoon drawing, where they use very bold lines around their subjects. So that isn't no line art, because it has a line around it. So now back to what I was talking about. Is what are we going to be doing next? Now we have colour field painting. Well, colour field painting is made up of large shapes. So again, you're using shapes in your subject. It could be anything. It could be a chair in a room, or a landscape, whatever you're painting. But colour field painting is where you use very strong or bold or bright colours, and you use the edges of the colours, and then you bring them to or up to another colour, bringing the edges together to create your painting. So you're painting your picture without any lines whatsoever. But to make your lines, you basically bring your edges together. So this, there you go. It's very strong colours, very bright colours, and there's no line work whatsoever. So there you go. So edges form where colours meet. That's how that is done. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. And if you'd like to see more like this, please write it in the comments box below. Let us know what subject you would like me to talk about next time. As well as thank you for writing any comments. If you get a big heart from me, it's my appreciation to you to say thank you for watching and for supporting this channel. So again, thank you again, and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Bye now.